So let's first go over just basic front positions, okay? So the first one we want to really get in the habit of doing is we always want to step out on a straight knee. If you step too wide, you're probably gonna find that this knee bends and that's really hard. So keep it underneath yourself, step on a straight leg, and then let's turn the hips here. Push forward so that this leg is more of a support, this leg is straight, hips are here, and then we always want belly button to be facing side. We never want to be square to the front. That is when, from the rib cage up, you rotate to be square to the front with those shoulders. So usually we will do the back arm up here on the hip, make a flat hand with your thumb extended. That thumb needs to come in behind, drop the wrist, and then the fingers curl over. So here, drop the wrist, fingers just curl right there. That allows you to lock that elbow down. So when you're here, then you can rotate this towards the front. See how those shoulders are square? Okay, now this arm, most people leave it out here. You want the shoulder rotated and open, but then the elbow needs to be soft, very delicate down here. Now you'll start to know you're rotating too far front if you can't see the glute muscle. Belly button here, only the rib cage here. This is our power position, okay? So you wanna practice just being able to step out, boom. There it is. Step out, as you rotate, boom. There it is, okay? From here we can do a few different things. We can sit back, practice sitting back with a straight leg. The key is to find really what feels good and looks good and shows the most of your curves while pulling up with the low abdomen, keeping the principle in mind that we always want shoulders to be square. So maybe try this, tack it, switch it. Now we always want to be forcing that arch of the heel over. Now most people, when they do that, their hips come under. So you want to instead think of someone pushing those hips back. Okay, push those hips back so you're getting a very long line to see the glute. Again, keeping belly button here, then you are rotating here to the front. That should feel like you're just turning and lifting upwards here. Grapefruit under your chin. Nice presentation right there. Practice a few flowery things with your hand. Very delicate, very soft. Okay? Whenever we pivot to the back, baby step. Do not take a big step forward. It should be right underneath yourself. Baby step. I like to see the hands come to the thigh, looking over as the glutes come out. Now, if you stay too far side, you're not seeing the full display of the glutes and the back, so there should be a turn so the light can catch the different angles of the quad, the hamstring, the glutes. You're seeing more of the back muscles. You can get a little more contraction right here in the delt if you're pushing your hand here. Make sure you're not coming clear up here. You want to still keep your neck long as you're looking over. And then simply you have a free foot to step back, tap it, and then for the NGA, we need to step it out. Let this leg rotate. It needs to still be underneath yourself. Don't step too wide. Okay, so sitting, straightening, slight turn out. Picture this quad rolling outward. Only a slight push. Do not push very far. And then hooking here. Arm extended here and lift. Okay, make sure you don't over squeeze. Make sure you don't roll forward. Make sure you don't just squeeze one. We want both to be here. This one just simply happens to be here. You can look over, or you can just look straight back. From here, step it back in. Before turning it around, you could just do a quarter turn like that. Go from out facing backward, quarter turn. This free leg, just tack that sucker. Hips are back. Keep the upper body rotating to come here. Play around. Most people aren't able to get this shoulder open with the front arm up on the hip, but you may be able to, so give that a try. Okay, you want to be able to pivot both directions, whether you are coming here, whether you are coming here. Okay, so start practicing just being able to keep This movement going, whenever there's a step, there should be a hip push, hip push, hip push. Watch this knee now. Pee my pants, pee my pants. Do not let that knee come out like this. That just looks weird, okay? So just practice turning in a circle, keeping your head to the front, being able to shift your hips. This sort of a practice will help you feel comfortable in any transitionary movement you may need to do and that the judges call. Being able to move from a front position to a back position, to a side. They call another front pose. There's some fun in transitions to be able to do a little cross here, so you can kind of step it behind. But notice how all of these steps are not much further than 12 inches apart. So you're kind of picturing yourself on a circle, and that's it. Don't try to take these gargantuan steps, whether you're pivoting, you're just kind of, all of this is right here, okay? So that is the basics of starting to really be aware of your posing. I will teach you just a few other little tips, okay? Your shoulders. When most people stand, the anterior delt is really closed. In order to best present the deltoid, I want you to practice rolling down and back. Shoulder blades are coming down and locking down. So I'm not overly pinching. I'm locking down, okay? So down. See how that opens the pectoral muscle from the anterior deltoid. But here's the thing, in order to keep that rotation, if I were to just bring my arms down, see how that rotates forward again? So I want you to practice just rotating down from the elbows. So you're keeping that rolled back position with your delts. So think about how much different your posing looks with that versus this. That's what helps open things and start to getting some of that open projection. The next thing, even though your judges are down here, we still want to picture a grapefruit under the chin. Your eyes can be down, but you are still presenting, you are still projecting. And you get very confident as you are practicing posing. You practice looking at every single one of those judges in one position, smiling at each of them, keeping that chin up. Remember to use your light. Even the slightest angle rotation will change what the judges see. Always back arm raises. You don't ever want your front arm to cover your face, and I would really encourage you, do not come clear down here. Biggest problem I see, it like, you do this whole feminine thing, and then you're just like, don't do that. It's the slightest, it's like a little curtsy, it's an acknowledgement, thank you so much, before walking. Okay, make sure your eyes are always at the judges, practice walking in a circle. Eyes are here. Okay, baby steps, being able to transition. Shoulders, these little things, if you'll keep in mind, posing is more about presentation. It is more about transitions than poses. Keep that in mind and you will rock your posing. All right, guys, power your body. 1 meal, 1 workout, 1 day at a time.